You're buried alive. Don't panic. This is normal. As far as introductions to the world go, breaking out of an eggshell under a pile of warm Australian sand isn't the worst thing. But you're not here for vacation. You claw your way to the surface, blinking in the sun. Welcome to the outback. Hot, dry, and everything wants to eat you. Your siblings are hatching around you, scrambling to get out of the sand. This is where the fun begins. Oh, hey, Tim. Wait, Tim, no! Tim just ate your other brother. Yep, life for you starts with betrayal. The rules are simple. Trust no one, and for the love of lizards, don't stop moving. You skitter across the hot sand, your little legs pumping like you're late for the bus. Your first goal? Cover. Lucky for you, there's a nice shady bush nearby. Unlucky for you, there's also a kookaburra perched on a branch above it. You freeze. The bird's sharp eyes zero in on you like a sniper. Time to channel your inner rock. You flatten yourself against the ground and puff your tiny throat out. Look at that. You're a pancake with spikes now. The kookaburra tilts its head, confused. It works. After a moment, the bird decides you're not worth the effort and flies off to hunt someone a little less dramatic. Nice save. Congratulations. You've just survived your first brush with death. Get used to this feeling. Right now, you're about the size of a Funko Pop action figure, and let's be honest, just as cute. But the outback is no place for cute selfies. Pythons, monitor lizards, even a dingo would love to make a meal out of you. Over the next few months you grow, well, sort of. You're still snack-sized, but now you've got the bearded dragon toolkit. Camouflage, speed, and the ability to make yourself look just a little scarier than you actually are. Oh, and your beard? It's coming in nicely. You can puff it up, turn it black, like you're going through an emo phase. Intimidating, at least to insects. Speaking of which, you're hungry. You spot a juicy rhinoceros beetle. It's lumbering along the sand, minding its own business. You lower yourself into stalking mode, tail straight, legs bent. You move in slow motion, channeling every predator instinct in your scaly body. Beetle pauses. It's clueless. You strike, jaw snapping shut around the crunchy prize. It flails, kicks its little beetle legs like it's auditioning for a horror movie. You don't care. Victory tastes amazing. Well, crunchy and slightly weird, but still amazing. You chomp a couple more times for good measure, then puff your beard out proudly. King of the outback? Not quite yet, but beetle-eating champion? Absolutely. Time passes and now you're a year old. Congratulations. You've entered your juvenile phase. You're bigger now, about the size of a loaf of bread. Life has slowed down a bit. You spend your days basking in the sun like a tiny sun worshipper, head bobbing at other lizards to assert your dominance. It's the bearded dragon's version of trash talk. When you're feeling particularly generous, you throw in an arm wave, a polite little hello, to let everyone know you're not looking for trouble. It doesn't always work. You spot another bearded dragon strutting through your patch of rocks. This guy's got swagger, head bobbing like he's auditioning for a hip-hop music video. You puff up your beard. He puffs his beard even bigger. Uh-oh, it's on. You slowly begin a low rhythmic head bob, the universal sign of I see you, but I'm not looking for a fight yet. He responds by upping the tempo, a faster, more insistent bob that clearly shouts, back off, this rock is mine. The two of you face off in the most dramatic showdown of lizard life, a bobbing contest. Head bobs escalate, faster, deeper. It's like watching two nodding dashboard toys locked in an epic duel. Then he throws in an arm wave. A move of mock submission? Or is it sarcasm? Your adrenaline spikes, but you don't immediately escalate. Instead, you let your beard darken a shade, flatten against the rock, and give one deliberate arm wave. The bearded dragon's way of saying, watch yourself, I'm older, stronger, and not about to be bullied off my favourite rock. He cocks his head, calculating. All right, you win this time, guy. He backs away. Victory! You're the king of this rock, for now. You're so exhausted from that social posturing that you flop into the shade for a nap. Lizard life is tough. Someone's got to do it, but not everyone gets the memo. You spot movement, a shadow gliding across the sand. You freeze. It's that kookaburra again, older, sharper, and very hungry. It's been watching you, probably since the day you hatched. This bird's got patience. You puff your beard out and flatten yourself against the ground again, but you're not the same hatchling anymore. You're bigger, stronger, smarter, and you've got places to be, like anywhere but here. You sprint across the sand, legs pumping, tail straight like a rudder. The kookaburra swoops down, death from above. Its wings cast a dark shadow over you. You zig, it zags. You zag, it zigs. This is like the world's most stressful game of tag, and losing it isn't an option. At the last second, you dive into a crack between two rocks. Safe. The kookaburra lands nearby, staring at the rocks as if it can see right through them. It lets out its awful, mocking laugh. This isn't over. Meanwhile, when you're not running for your life, it's mating season, and you're feeling the urge to show off. Oh yeah, it's time to bring on your A game. As mating season arrives, you feel a certain je ne sais quoi in the air. And by that I mean hormones. You puff up your beard, darken it to the colour of doom, and start bobbing your head like you're auditioning for a reptilian boy band. This isn't just head bobbing, it's the ultimate bearded dragon Tinder profile. Strong, healthy, single. You spot her, a stunning female lounging on a rock, pretending not to notice you, but you know she's watching. She flicks her tail in a way that says, "Impress me." No pressure, right? You puff up, head bob harder, and even throw in an arm wave for good measure. A risky move, but hey, risk it for the biscuit. The competition is fierce, though. Other males are out here bobbing like they're at a heavy metal concert, but you stand out. Why? It was your arm wave, the chef's kiss. Finally, she gives you the nod, your ticket to the next round. After some brief courtship, the deed is done. You strut away, puffing your beard proudly, because you just secured your legacy. Somewhere a lizard cupid is high-fiving you. But for the female, the real work has just begun. She will lay her eggs in 4 to 6 weeks and must start prepping for her big moment. She spends her days basking in the sun, conserving energy, and eating like she's training for a hot dog eating contest. When the time comes, she starts looking for the perfect nesting spot, a patch of warm sand that screams luxury dragon nursery. She digs a burrow like a little reptilian architect, going down about a foot to make sure it's safe and cozy. Then she lays her clutch of 20 eggs, carefully tucking them into their sandy cradle. She hangs around for a little while, guarding her nest. However, true to bearded dragon form, she eventually realizes, they'll figure it out, and moves on. It's not neglect, it's natural selection. The eggs incubate for about 60 to 70 days, soaking up the warm embrace of the outback. And when it's time, the hatchlings claw their way out like tiny sand zombies, blinking in the harsh sunlight and wondering what kind of chaotic world they've been born into. From that moment on, it's every dragon for themselves. As for Mum, she's probably back on her favourite rock, living her best life and maybe even gearing up for round 2. All right, that's enough baby talk. Now back to you. You're 5 years old now, a full-grown adult. You're 2 feet long with a swagger that comes from surviving every predator, dust storm and scorching day the outback has thrown at you. You're the lizard equivalent of a retired action hero. You've got scars, sure, but you're still here. Life is good. You've got your territory, a nice quiet patch of rocks with plenty of basking spots and tasty bugs. You've got routines too. Morning sunbath, afternoon snack, evening patrol. You're living the bearded dragon dream. But dreams don't last forever. While you're stretched out in the sun, eyes half closed, you hear it, that menacing laugh. The kookaburra. It's back, and it's bigger. You've outgrown most threats, but this bird's been growing too. It's patient, persistent, and it's hungry. You puff your beard out, darker and scarier than ever. You flatten yourself against the ground, ready to make a run for it. But this time the kookaburra isn't fooled. It dives, fast and precise. You run, faster than you've ever run before, but you're not as quick as you used to be. Your legs are strong, but not fast enough. The shadow looms larger, the air whooshing as wings close in. You leap for the safety of the rocks, but this time you're just a fraction too slow. The kookaburra's talons clamp down. For a moment the world lifts off the ground. You're soaring, and not in a way you ever wanted to. The outback shrinks beneath you as the bird carries you higher and higher. You puff your beard one last time because, let's face it, you're still a little dramatic. And then